Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 442 podcast. I'm Azerbathani, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Tommy Sondi.
That's me.
And the galvanized Tony O.
Morning, boys. Galvanized. I don't have the context for this word, so... Premier League galvanized, 2-0 galvanized. Yeah, why not?
Hey, you just ready to go. You're raring for it. You love it. The Premier League is back, boys.
We're all galvanized today, right?
Are we all galvanized today, Tommy?
Wait,
or are two of us significantly more galvanized?
I thought the Premier League starts next week. I thought this was just a preseason.
Who are you playing next week? That's giving you this confidence that it starts.
No. I thought the City game was just the preseason. That's not real. Yeah, season starts next week, boys. Yeah, sorry. You didn't get the number.
All right. We'll take it all back. We'll see you next week. Thank you for joining me, Tommy. Thank you for joining me, Tony.
Yeah. We don't count this match, guys. Come on, let's be honest. Yeah.
I'll tell you, Enzo thought it was
we
preseason.
have to count this week.
Enzo and Caicedo, they were playing like it was preseason. Yeah.
Some may argue Enzo has been playing preseason for the last couple of years. He hasn't really kicked it in. Still going. Yeah, how'd you sleep last night, Tony? That's what I want to know first.
4 hours. Just like you said.
We joked around in the group chat that Tony never has a better night of sleep than when he gets to come on the pod the next day and trash Enzo and Caicedo. And here we are. Man. Chelsea 0, Man City 2. Well,
we got the trifecta of Lavia, Caicedo, and Enzo to start
finally
a game after waiting a whole full season.
For what it's worth, I thought Lavia was decent.
He was good. He was the best of the three.
Yeah. Well, that's not hard to be. I thought, even just out of the context of being better than the other two, I thought he had a decent game.
He's the only one of the three that can run.
Kid his props.
That's the problem. Yeah.
That's harsh. Come on, Caicedo.
Caicedo was getting done for pace by Kevin De Bruyne. Don't you dare tell me that man can run.
Kovacic, man.
And Kovacic. Yeah, don't forget Kovacic's goal. He
just walks. He did.
Or did he walk through everyone? He walked through everyone. Yeah, okay.
And then, who's your keeper? Sanchez. I mean, Butterfingers. I don't know.
All these goalies you've signed.
And
Sanchez is starting, man. What's going on here?
I thought when Petrovic took his spot halfway through the season last year, we were done with seeing this guy. But no, he's back.
He's back.
Yeah, and it wasn't a great showing from him. It wasn't a great showing from us in general. I don't think we were that great overall. We had some moments here and there, where we kind of attacked pretty good, but I would say just it's the same thing. Oh yeah, okay. Building blocks look good in spurts. Good first steps. Can't wait to see this team gel, come together at the end of the season when we win some games, and then our manager gets fired and we restart all over again. It's the same thing. I feel like it's the same thing as last season, right? Whereas we have good spurts and then that's it.
I don't know. I think it feels a bit worse, in a sense. You guys were better than I thought you would be, to be honest. But I thought you were better last season, if that makes sense. In these games, I mean, specifically the bigger games.
Because we had the 4-4 with the City, right, early on. I remember that one too, but this one was just more honestly, there's no one thought we were going to win this game. Let's be honest, no one did.
Yeah, I thought you were going to get slapped.
This is why I considered a preseason game, because it didn't mean anything for us. We were not going to get points out of this. More for getting guys game time. Our season really does start next week. One thing
just because you think it's a preseason game for you guys doesn't mean it was a preseason game for the other. They still get points, Tommy.
Oh, yeah,
they did. Did City have to go to an extra gear to win this game?
No, that was the thing. I didn't think City were great. I didn't think they were.
No, City were pretty average.
Walking pace.
It was at times.
I will say Jackson.
Well, one of us will say. Yeah. Oh, tell you what, we were about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
If you had a striker that had any composure or concentration, you'd have a decent chance of putting the ball in the back of the net. I mean, the offside that he scores, it's no need for him to be offside there. It's just ball watching. The rebound, which was pretty poor from Ederson.
Yeah.
He's having issues of his own at City.
Why do I feel like I'm just gonna be hearing the exact same stuff from last year again this year? It just feels it's gonna be the same things.
It feels like you've made a million signings, but you have the same players. That's why. Like your striker is still Jackson. Your midfielders are still Enzo. By the way, you guys were winning without Enzo. Just gonna drop that in there. Yeah. He's back now, and yep.
Hey, Tony, you watch your mouth when you're talking about Chelsea's fucking captain.
Chelsea's captain, that's right. Wow. That we won't forget.
The man goes and does a racism over the summer and then gets handed the fucking armband. Man, this club is insane.
Enzo Jr.
I will. I really dislike how Nkunku is played as a winger, especially it's just he's not a winger. We've seen him play when he was in Germany. He's way better in the middle, and I really hope this is just like a stint. He's tried out here. It didn't work.
So is Cole Palmer, who was also started. He started wide, right? Cole Palmer.
He did, yeah. But he played that last season as well.
I know.
He kind of goes in a lot, yeah.
But you then don't have the dynamism of Madueke on that side.
That's true.
And Nkunku on the left. Like, it just feels like you're just forcing players in. There was the Raheem Sterling statement before the game.
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
The first of what's to come, I think, from a few players.
Yeah. So what did he say? He's like, I want to know my place in the team, and I could just imagine Enzo being, who? Which player is that? Who said that? We got so many players. I don't know who to pick. Yeah, that's the problem. But yeah.
I saw the list of the players left out of the squad. I'm like, just careers burnt, man, on 9-year contracts. Just so many prospects that
we extended Cole Palmer's contract 2 more years, so I forget what year it expires, but
it's 9 more years.
2033. 2033 it expires. You know what? He was at risk of leaving in 7 years. You couldn't have that.
Yeah, we had to sign him right there.
Couldn't risk him running down that contract.
Yeah. But let's talk about that midfield a bit more, because I thought it would work. I thought Enzo with.
I don't know why you thought that.
Yeah, I thought for once we could finally see Enzo in his spot. And hey, listen.
What is his spot?
Thank you. What is his spot?
So we know Tony historically has trashed this guy. All right. And I've kind of said, okay, listen, a defender hasn't played in his best position. People have been injured. He's been injured. Okay, now he's supposedly fit. He's playing in this preferred midfield. Honestly, I don't know. I'm losing faith in the guy.
Wow, you still have faith.
I had a little bit of faith there.
That's incredible.
Don't know.
Hey,
I
respect it.
He was the most expensive signing in the Premier League history, this guy, right?
Yep.
And it's like, what does he bring to a team? We lose more when he's in the team.
I
want to defend this guy. I want to defend him. But I can't find the.
I have asked Chelsea fans a simple question. No one's ever been able to give me an answer. What is he good at? You know what I mean? Like, what is he good at? No one knows.
I would love to say, he's good at passing. He's
not
good
really. He's average.
Pressing and shooting. But no, he's
his
not.
Shooting has not been good either.
Players walk by him. He can't tackle. You know what? Maybe I just come to the realization that this league is just not suited for him. He may be a better player in a different league. And this Premier League, I don't know, maybe the intensity. Because you know what? When I see him play for Argentina, maybe it's because he's got way better players around him and it makes him look better. Because when he plays for Argentina, he looks decent. He looks like a player.
He doesn't look like a player I'd want to. He doesn't look like a player I'd want to sign.
But he looks exposed like that, or
he's not useless, but he's just a cog that keeps things simple, run around a bit. Like, I don't think there's anything special about him. That's the thing, right? Like, if you're gonna be a 6, you need to be particularly good at something. Like, either it's distribution or it's ball winning. If you're gonna be an 8, chance creation or like getting in the box and score. Like he's not good at anything. It's gone beyond the point now where I'm trying to diss the guy. I'm like, he's just he shouldn't be playing. He just shouldn't be playing. It's true. You have better players.
It's hard to argue that because we've been proven that when he doesn't play in midfield, we actually play better. Yeah. But he's our captain now, so guess what? He's not getting dropped. He's going to be playing. So something better work, or it's going to be a long season.
What did we say, Uzi? November?
Long season.
For Maresca?
I think we said, I think that's what we said last week. I mean, so see if he has the ball. Just fucking play Dewsbury Hall over him. You signed Dewsbury Hall. Just start him over him.
Yeah, but
Give something else to go.
Dewsbury
well,
Hall.
I just like...
Wow.
Well, I looked at their bench. I didn't know who else. When they brought on Renato Vega at the end, when he was standing on the touchline, I was like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
I don't know who this is. And they said Renato Vega, and I'm like, the name is familiar.
I promise you, one day, a fan's going to kid up, go down to the touchline, and he's going to make it onto the pitch and play. I promise you. Like, you just have a random name at the back of his jersey and it's like, yeah, they signed me yesterday. And he's just going to make it on.
Well, hey, speaking of signings, we haven't signed anyone since the last podcast, I believe, right? We didn't have a signing, official one. We had links, there's rumors.
Yeah, I haven't signed another keeper. I find that hard to believe.
We got a whole week with an official signing. Now, we
Well,
probably will sign players.
We did see Todd yesterday. He looked pretty upset. Leaving early.
He left early.
Yeah, of course he looked upset. He's like, I've signed 9 keepers and this guy's still starting.
I think he was going to make some phone calls. Another 5 signings this week. So
right out of check.
Yeah. Oh God.
But like I said, listen. My point of view, I'm not taking too much stock from this game. All right.
Okay.
Because the way I'm treating it, it's just like this is we are losing. It's a pre-starter to the actual season for us, which starts next week. And then, you know what, if things go sour, then I'm going to be in panic mode. I'm not in panic mode. I'm okay right now. Okay?
You know what? We don't want you in panic mode yet. Yeah. Save the content for
we
next
can't burn
week.
you out. We can't burn you out quickly. Meanwhile, on the City side, as a last little Chelsea addendum before we move on to the City side, maybe we'll finally hear the end of that stupid Cucurella song, because that man has been high on his own supply since the summer. And why would you include Haaland in the song?
I don't
That's
know.
just silly.
That's so
do
stupid.
Don't sing it.
And then he gets dunked on by Haaland.
If the fans are singing it, you don't have to. You don't have to get involved.
Were the fans singing that song? I feel like he changed the lyrics himself. I don't think the fans were singing that song. It's a Cucurella song, but I don't think it had Haaland in it.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Oh my God!
But that Haaland goal, though, he has some nice control there to set himself up for that one.
Did you see his own analysis on the goal? He said last season he had a very similar chance and he took it early, and Sanchez made a good save. So he had that in his mind to draw Sanchez out and then beat him. So
I don't like this AI learning. I don't like it.
The technology just keeps getting better quickly.
This is how Skynet starts.
So he has 100. Is it 100 Premier League games now for Haaland? And he got something like
100 official games for City
and
91 goals for 15 assists.
Yeah.
0.91 goals again. That's that's what we're competing with.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun. I wonder how that makes Pep feel.
We are so happy. So happy. We are so happy. I'm so happy, believe me. I'm so happy. We are so happy. I'm happy. I'm so happy.
I may or may not have set up a soundboard.
Yeah, I like it.
I completely forgot to use it last week.
I like it.
I have only a couple more on it, but I will be adding to it as the season goes.
Hey, new season.
I remember to.
Yeah, new season, new features.
So Tony, what did you think of your potential signing of the season, Savio, in this game?
He didn't get to play much, right? He got subbed off. Was it at halftime? What was the injury?
Was it an injury?
I'm not sure what the injury was, but when
injured.
De Bruyne got hit, he went down as well.
Yeah.
And just stayed down for a bit. It looked like something with his knee, maybe?
I don't know. I'm hoping. Well, I honestly, I don't. He to me looked good. He was playing on the other side. He was on the left. Yeah, he was on the left hand side. Doku was on the right initially.
And they switched,
Pep said he wanted wide, like actual true wingers in this game, but he felt like it wasn't working. Then they switched. I don't know. He looked good. He took was it Kukurea? He took on a run, and
Yeah, probably.
yeah, he looks good. Look, I'm expecting him to get like 10 assists at least this season if he's fit, because that's what he is. He's not going to score a lot of goals, but very dangerous winger on the outside, and he created a lot for Dovbik last season. So, and this season he has Haaland to create for.
That's true.
So, yeah, he and Doku, they're going to be getting a lot of balls into the box. Well, he especially. So, yeah, maybe Haaland's ratio will go up, which is just what we need.
That's not. No, thank you.
And
Thank you.
They'll have Rodri back soon enough too. So
Yeah,
they'll
great.
Even better. They'll get
Yeah.
even
Great.
better.
Yeah,
Amazing.
right. This was. Fuck me. All right, let's move on because I got depressing real quick for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Arsenal 2, Wolves 0, and frankly, there's only one thing I want to talk about in this game, and that is how Yerson Mosquera is the freakiest man in the Premier League. I mean, good God, from
thought this was
choking out Kai Havertz. Yeah, man, like, you look in his eyes. That man was around the entire pitch trying to
Jesus
find someone to
Christ.
match his freak.
Yeah.
Like, choking Havertz is one thing. That could be seen as an act of violence by some. I think it was an act of passion. The thing for me though was in like the 89th minute when Jesus is bent
what's
over and the
going
man
on?
just cups his ass.
Does
Not
he
only
cup his
cups
ass? Yeah.
he shades inside. That man was digging in the crevice.
I thought this is
Yerson
a
Mosquera,
family-friendly
you
show.
freaky,
What's
freaky
going on?
boy.
What
You
is
freaky boy, what are you doing?
He's just bringing the the South American flair, that's craziness to the Premier League, right? That's it.
Is this what South Americans are known for? Okay.
I feel like we see this in those qualifiers. Yeah, there's stuff like this happen.
What?
Right?
Blood play.
Is
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it happens.
Okay. This is new to me.
It's just-
yeah.
It's the inside shade of the hand that was really getting me.
And-
This man, it's just freaky.
I
love it.
Wait,
I was
Gabriel,
more of
got
this.
the yellow card for that, right? His reaction.
amazing.
I
He
thought
did.
that, right?
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so.
I don't know. I was fuming with the Havertz one because that is the very definition.
Oh,
of
I mean, like that is
it's a red-
absolutely
it's a red
violent
card.
call.
Yeah, I
That's
can't
an
argue.
easy
Yeah.
red.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
you know what? The good Lord had a plan, and the plan was to let Mosquera get as freaky as possible on the pitch.
What will he do next week? Amazing.
I mean,
yeah.
you gotta keep your eye out on this guy, mostly
do
because he
we?
will end up on a
Do
registry.
we?
Yeah, he'll
I'm
end up on a
quite
registry by the end of the
concerned
season.
about where this-
You want to know where he is at all times.
Well, my question
You
is,
want
is
to
that
know where this
those
man
are,
is.
Those are the two incidents that we saw. What didn't we see that he did on the pitch?
Honestly.
There could be a lot more out there. Yeah, that'll come out. Yeah. But yeah, Arsenal won though. Hey, you still won 2-0.
Yeah, there was a football match played around all of this.
Yeah. A bit.
Saka had a game.
Oh, he
Saka had a very good game.
he jogged through that game and ends up with a goal and assist. He's become very good at that, just efficiently picking his moments. I thought his goal was excellent.
What was that goal for sure?
Yeah, gave Jose Sa the eyes because he's usually going for the far corner, reverses it into the near post. A lot of power with no backlift. And Kai Havertz, same goal and an assist, I think. Yeah, proper striker's
His
goal.
assist, I will say, his assist was a
yeah.
little less impressive than Saka's.
Yeah.
Like Saka's cross for Havertz's goal is pinpoint.
Brilliant.
It's
Honestly.
perfect.
But it's a really good
Crossing
header
line.
as well. It's a really good header. Emphatic, which is not a word you always use with Havertz. Yeah. The squad is very similar at the moment to last season's. We did get to see Yerson Timber come off the bench. I think he starts next week at left back for Zinchenko against Villa.
Right.
Yeah. It's, a functional
It was
win.
It was rusty. It wasn't like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. The best.
That's-
Wolves had
There was a
chances,
large
yeah.
a large stretch in the second half where Wolves were really pushing for an equalizer. I think Arsenal did well to weather the storm.
We did well to weather the storm, but we had Thomas Partey and Zinchenko playing, and they were good first half, and they just ran out of legs at like 40 minutes. You could see it, and I think Arteta he would have wanted to take Partey off, but he didn't want to reduce the physicality of the team by bringing Jorginho on for set pieces, which is where Marino becomes important because we could have dropped Rice in there. But then even Rice went off with cramp. And Zinchenko, I mean, yeah, Zinchenko is going to Zinchenko.
We
at
know
this
what
point.
Zinchenko
Yeah.
is. We know
Yeah.
what he is at this point.
I will be surprised if he starts 5 Premier League games this season, even though he's the fittest left back at the moment. I don't see any chance he's starting next week.
Is Calafiori not fit to start at left back?
We're introducing him slowly, as
That's
we
what I
tend to
feel
do.
is the case, yeah.
He also was not there for most of preseason, right? So there's a late fitness combined with him actually learning the system. So it will be a slow introduction for him. There's no need to rush. We will need him for the run in at the end of this season. He will be starting every game.
I thought I was going to hear we would need him for the run in next season.
Yeah.
Challenge for the title.
Tony took one look at Holland and was like, "Nah, not this year."
So yeah, functional, efficient, but we still need reinforcements to address key weaknesses in the squad. Hopefully,
Well, what is it? The 20 or the 19? Oh, there's still time. There's still time in the transfer window, yeah.
I expect one to be completed this week. Would still like something else up front. I feel like Martinelli needs a bit of a push. His end product, for all the danger he creates, you're not banking on him at the moment to get the final pass or get the finish. Seems to have developed an erratic streak, unfortunately.
So when you say you expect one, you mean Marino? Is that the one you expect to be done this week? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I would like a forward, not necessarily a striker, but a forward with transitional pace. So that Martinelli's not our only option, because that's the main reason he starts
Hey,
as much
Come
as he
to the
does.
Chelsea
No.
FC window shop. We got a lot of stuff. In
I
stock
would
now.
not
You know,
really
a lot
say
of
no
stuff.
to Madueke, you know. I like him. I've told you before that I like
You
him. His
have?
attitude
Yeah, I
stinks a
remember.
bit, but that can be
I
fixed.
bet they
and-
can sort that out.
yeah, I like him. Of all your wingers, he's the one I would
Would
take.
you? How about Mudryk? You wanted him before. Why not now?
When there was something to cook. The guy's burnt now, man. Like,
Yeah.
Chelsea have destroyed that.
Yeah, he cut his he
Yeah.
got buzz cut too, right? He cut his hair too. He shaved it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, great.
New look. He's hoping he'd be a different player. We wouldn't notice him. But no, definitely not.
I'm really interested
He
to
didn't
see.
even come on. He didn't
No,
even
he
come
didn't.
on, did he?
No.
No, he
No.
didn't.
Okay.
But he made the squad, which is a big achievement these
You know
days.
what? That's-
Nowadays, yeah.
Tell you what, that puts him in the top 50% of Chelsea players. So
There
that's pretty good.
There might be bonuses in your contract if you make this match day squad. You get a little extra. Yeah. So
Yeah.
incentive.
Somehow everything just keeps coming back to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Unless you have anything in particular to say about the Arsenal game.
No, it's pretty standard.
All right. Ipswich 0, Liverpool 2. Honestly, the atmosphere in I forget what Ipswich's ground is even called. I will have to learn.
It has been a really long time since we've watched Ipswich consistently, so I'm gonna check.
But look, I just love that they're
Portman.
called Tractor Boys.
Portman Road Stadium.
Stadium.
Yes.
Portman Road.
Yeah.
But it was great to see. I enjoy it when these teams come back up to the Premier League because there's just such excitement around the ground. We got 50 cutaways to Ed Sheeran. One of them where he was standing next to Peter Crouch. Objectively, very funny. They looked like Gandalf and Frodo. But then the game happened. And Liverpool, it was a bit rocky first half for a bit, but Liverpool eventually came through. Mo Salah with his fresh hair plugs, buzz cut look.
I like the look. I like the look, man.
He looks good. He looks good. I kind of miss the floppy curly hair, but that's just it's just so the floppy it's just so iconically so at this point.
Once those plugs grow in, he'll grow it.
Once they grow in, yeah. But I think Salah has now set the record for the most
9
consecutive opening day goals. 9.
I don't know if it's consecutive, but he has the most.
Or just most opening day goals.
Yeah, most games that he scored in the opening day. Yeah, I have to say, Arne Slot, it's a bit. He sounds a bit ruthless. You know, the way he handled the Kwanzaa situation, he pulled no punches on that. I don't know if you saw his post-match interview, because he dragged him off at halftime, right? And I thought, okay, maybe it was injury related, but nope. He straight up said he wasn't winning enough duels, and that was how they were getting in. So he brings on Konate.
Rest in peace to the fantasy Premier League community that took a 4.5 million punt on Kwanzaa.
I mean, that's your own fault if you're doing that.
No. That was like a popular pick online because they saw him starting all preseason. They're like, "Oh shit, he's going to start."
Again,
easy way to get a Liverpool
that is your own
in.
damn fault.
Yeah.
Trent looked excellent, playing back in his natural position, inverting from fullback. Really, really good. That right-hand side combination he has with Salah, deadly. I will say, I didn't realize or I forgot that Leif Davis plays for Ipswich. He's a really good fullback.
He had double-digit assists in the championship.
Yeah, because he takes a lot of set pieces, right? Like, he takes a lot of their corners and free kicks. So, he's a really good player, really quick. And he gave Salah, 1v1. Gave Salah a tough time, but until Trent started getting more influential. So, yeah, one to watch.
I think for Liverpool, key for them this season is can Jota stay fit for a long period? See if he can, he's going to score goals for them.
Yeah, he's their best striker.
Yeah,
I've always felt he's their best striker.
It's a big key for them.
Yeah, he had a bad miss.
Scored,
He did score. He had a bad miss in this game, but still really good.
Look, man, I'm just saying it's not a Liverpool game without Darwin Núñez. I miss seeing him on the pitch. I miss seeing him gallop blindly in whatever direction he chooses.
Speaking of Darwin, did anything come about when he started throwing chairs and got in tussle with fans back in Copa America?
That's a good
did
point.
Nothing happen from that?
I can't remember. Yeah.
You know what? I haven't heard anything from that.
Yeah.
You'd think there'd be some sort of charge or disciplinary action or anything.
Honestly, I think the American Football Association, they're just embarrassed with the way the whole tournament went. They wanted to sweep that under the rug. So
I think they're trying to make if no one talks about that Copa again, they're happy.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck it, we don't care. Just take your stuff and go. Take your stuff and go.
A lot of lessons to learn from that tournament.
Could have got away with a lot more then, eh? He got a free pass on that one. Wow. Lucky boy. There you go. Lucky boy.
A lot more. That wasn't much more for him to do, to be fair. He's throwing chairs into the crowd. So, yeah.
Look, man, that one security guard, they got his fingertips to the chair before Darwin threw it. Mm-hmm. Saved not only someone's life in the crowd, probably saved Darwin's career.
We should sign him.
There's your next goalie.
Yeah.
There's your next goalie.
Better than Sanchez. Stronger arms than Sanchez, or hands, whatever you want to say. Yeah. Jeez. See, it comes back to Chelsea every time.
Everything.
Doesn't matter what team we're talking about.
Always thought it's nuts. It's nuts. Chelsea are really the main characters of this Premier League season, aren't they? Make everything about them. I don't know. Anything else on this one? It was again pretty routine second half. I thought Ipswich, in the end, not a terrible account of themselves. They will have easier games than this, which we're probably going to judge them more on.
I think they look the best of the three that came up. Maybe I think they're supposed to have the best chance of staying up. So, one to keep an eye on. I do.
We all predicted them to be relegated, though, right? I think, right?
I definitely said all three. I said all three.
You said all three. Is there you did?
I said Ipswich stay up.
Yeah, They're going to be a bit like Luton last season in that they will be difficult to beat at home. I think they will make that stadium a difficult place to travel. I just don't know if they're going to get enough. Like, they'll score from set pieces. I don't know if they're going to get enough goals in general. So, we'll see. But yeah, one to watch. They look like they'll be fun to watch this season.
Moving on, we'll go to Man United 1, Fulham 0, opening the Premier League on a Friday night. Joshua Zirkzee scoring the only goal of this game in the 87th minute.
Yeah.
Win's a win.
Yes.
Win is a win. We won our opening game of last season 1-0 as well. This was a significantly better performance than that one. I remember that Wolves game, and that Wolves game
awful.
Broke me instantly.
Yeah.
This one was better than that. It was, I'm not going to there's nothing over the top for this one. It was an okay performance. But do you remember, there was the one period of play where Andreas Pereira had the ball and was running it was just Maguire at the back.
Yep.
And he had someone else to his side. It was Iwobi? Okay.
That should have been a goal.
And
yeah,
that should have absolutely been a goal. That sequence of play, last season's opener against Wolves, that was the entire game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, baby steps.
It's a hard game to judge because I thought the first half was pretty good. You could have had a few goals in that first half. Bruno Fernandes had one. I think Casemiro.
Mason Mount had one.
Yeah. It was
Bruno was played in by Casemiro. Mount was played in by Rashford.
Yeah.
Both could have and should have scored.
Yeah. I think the problem, Casemiro looks a lot fitter than he did last season. He's clearly done some work in the off season. He still can't run. And Menu...
No, he's not going to maintain that fitness for a whole season. You still need someone.
Yeah, I'm 100%. Well, that's what I was going to say. That's why it's hard to judge because this midfield won't sustain you. There are no legs in the midfield without McTominay. And McTominay's future, I imagine, is not at United. And he doesn't do much running anyway. To Fulham.
The talks to Fulham have been resurrected this season. You know, when he came on, I was very much hoping if McTominay scores the winner and then immediately gets transferred to Fulham, that would be quite funny. That would be good.
Yeah. You need a midfield signing and a proper one. I've seen links to Rabiot. I've seen links to
from PSG.
The big links right now are Manuel Ugarte from PSG, and I believe the backup to that is Sander Berge from Burnley, which is, they're both decent. Ugarte's got very good ball winning stats.
Yeah.
Everything else is kind of nothing, but it's maybe that wouldn't be the worst, honestly. But PSG are just asking ridiculous money for him at this point, so that one's stalled. We'll see. Well, it's better to win on the opening day than lose. Am I right, Tommy?
Oh yeah. So I'll let you know next week how that feels. Yeah. But
it's not the oh my god, you're still going with that stupid gimmick. Stop this. Stop this.
Hey, at least your new signing scored. That's good. That's a good start.
It was nice to see that. Yeah. He looked very, very, very tidy when he came on. I enjoyed him. Actually, yeah. He's got fun hair. He's got a fun name. He had a very nice finish for his goal. Mm-hmm. We'll take it.
Yeah.
We had a chance to make it 2-0 right at the end.
I was going to say.
Garnacho completely fucked that.
I know Garnacho's getting heat for that as he should. It's not the best pass either. Rashford's playing with zero confidence at the moment. All his actions are very timid. Didn't really see much of him. But yeah, still Garnacho should be scoring from there.
Not the best pass, but a professional footballer should be putting that one away.
You would think, yeah. Anyway.
There were some astonishing misses in the Premier League in this game week. Lots of rust. You love to see it.
Yeah, let's put it down to that rust. Yeah, not quality.
On the flip side, Fulham, I wasn't that impressed with them.
They look like Fulham.
It was yeah.
It's just
they're gonna be what they're gonna be.
They'll hover around mid-table. That's what they look like.
Adama looks dangerous. No end product. It will be, he dances and carries the ball. Like, I don't know what we're expecting.
It's a lot of players that don't have end product. I think they're relying pretty heavily on Emil Smith Rowe to bring that.
And
it's a lot to put on a kid.
Muniz as well. Like,
and Muniz, yeah.
Like, he didn't really have any chance.
I saw Adama Traore post something on Twitter, whatever. To
Martinez.
We'll meet again or something.
Martinez started it.
Martinez bodied him off the ball, and he got asked about that, and he jokingly said, "Yeah, I sent him back to the gym."
Gotcha.
They're joking with each other. That's why.
This is like a minute after Adama roasts him on the outside.
Well, he said, he killed me the first time, so I learned from it.
Yeah.
Which is what you want.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we had a debut for Nasser Mazraoui, who I thought was quite tidy as well. Delit came on as a substitute, didn't really have to do anything.
For Maguire.
All in all, you know what, Maguire was solid.
Here's my question, though. So, are you hopeful for this season, is there?
Hopeful for what?
No?
Fuck no.
No?
No.
Their aim has to be top 6.
You stupid.
Top 6.
Stupid. Why? After all these years, why do you think I'm wearing my shirts now? You know I'm not going to get use out of them later in the season. I might as well burn through the United ones now. Come on, Tommy.
I thought with the signings,
you
know, it's like, hey, maybe this is going to be a good season.
There hasn't been a single transformational signing, but there have been a bunch of functional ones, which is kind of what they needed at this point.
I will watch United, and I will expect the same thing as always.
How many shots?
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I guess
I don't know if it's the most functional way to use the soundboard to just have it on my phone and play it, but it's what we have.
Work in progress. Yeah. Work in progress.
Like everything with this podcast, it's just constantly a work in progress.
Yeah.
I guess the only stat that I didn't check was how many shots conceded for United.
I think 10 or 12. It was a lot better.
It was under 10. It was under 10.
Was it?
See, that's progress.
I think it was under 10.
Let me see.
You might have
10.
to double. You might have to double check. It was exactly 10. You know what? That's already halved from last season.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Right there. Yeah. Okay.
10 a game is reasonable numbers. It's not elite numbers, but it's like, oh, this is believable.
Yeah.
Not fucking 20 a game.
Maybe there are some signs that things are starting to shape up.
No, I'm not. Don't do this, Tommy. You won't.
Okay.
Misery loves company. That's Tommy right there.
I really need some company. Yeah.
Let's quickly chat. West Ham 1, Aston Villa 2. West Ham, with all their signings, losing at home, conceding within the first few minutes to one of Aston Villa's new signings, Amadou Onana, with a header from a corner. West Ham equalized.
That was rubbish goalkeeping.
Terrible.
It's a great header. It's rubbish goalkeeping. You can't be conceding that header from there. Like, it's right on the keeper. Just come out and point. And for the rest of the game, that's what he did. He just punched all of them clear. Why not do that from the beginning? But yeah.
He learned from his mistakes.
Great. After being 1-0 down. They equalized, right? Yeah, they did equalize.
Yeah, they got a penalty.
They did. They won a penalty off Matty Cash. I mean, pretty stonewall.
Tommy, why isn't Cash starting for Poland anymore?
The coach doesn't rate him at the moment, actually. That's why he wasn't called up to the
that's
Euros.
what I saw.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who's your starting right back?
Frankowski.
Frankowski? Really?
Yeah, Frankowski was playing there, yeah, believe it or not.
I mean, he's a winger, but yeah.
There's a mix, yeah.
Okay.
Either how, for me, I thought Villa looked, I especially liked the goal from Duran. It was a great build-up.
Duran.
Link-up play.
Yeah,
as always, hungry like the wolf.
he deserves a lot more minutes. When he came on, I'm like, this guy's probably going to score. He scores when he plays, just doesn't play much. Watkins looked very unfit in this game. I have to say,
he looks like a guy who hasn't played all preseason.
Yep.
Yeah, he does it. He's just straight into the squad.
Yeah. West Ham did not look good at all.
You know what?
Kudus was excellent. Everyone else is like, I don't know. Yeah, someone needs to save
I mean,
Kudus from that squad.
Mikel Antonio is starting this game. Why?
He's awful. There's a contender for him being the worst starting striker in the league. Genuinely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Look,
I can
just
I can go behind
you
that
signed
one.
Fulkrug. Just fucking start him.
He's a right back.
Here's what I think about Fulkrug. He gets on a lot of headers. He kind of wins a lot of headers. He's not a great header of the ball, though, in my opinion. You know what I mean? He had a few chances in this game too. He should be scoring. There's one really good chance that he should have been scoring, and his header kind of goes away from the net.
Yeah.
And remember the Euros? He had that last ditch effort where he probably should have scored
against Spain.
Who did Germany lose to?
Spain.
Yeah, he had one of the death free header. He's gonna get a lot of headers. I think we're gonna see Fulkrug miss a lot of chances, and I don't think he's gonna be what West Ham needs.
It's going to be the continuation of the West Ham striker curse. They keep signing strikers. They keep playing great everywhere else and shit at West Ham. And you know what? The only thing that'll fix this is getting rid of Antonio. I'm convinced Antonio is doing something behind the scenes.
He's a right back.
Water or something.
He's a right back. Masquerading as a striker. He's not a striker. He's a right back.
And what's wrong with right backs masquerading as strikers?
You masqueraded as a winger. That's different. That's different. A fullback moving up, I can see it. Yeah, no one's launching the ball up to you to bring others into play. You know, yeah. Play Antonio wide.
Mikel Antonio's about a foot taller than me.
Yeah. He probably feels like he's a really good striker because he just keeps seeing everyone else off. Like all these, good strikers like Skamaka and I don't know who else they've signed. They've signed a bunch of players. Danny Ings doesn't start. Yeah. I don't know.
Is he still there?
Yeah, he came on in this game.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. My bad. My apologies, Mr. Ings. I did not notice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just West Ham. We said this. It's a very West Ham squad with all their signings. So, yeah.
A lot of signings. But
I don't think Todibo is going to win signing of the season. I'll leave it at that. Yeah.
It looks dicey right now, but hey, I have faith in him as a player.
Okay.
I don't have faith in West Ham.
Yeah.
I don't have faith in West Ham.
Which is the problem. Yes.
Which is a stumbling block. You think I would learn, but I do not. And isn't that part of the fun? Elsewhere in the world of football, Bayer Leverkusen continued to score last-minute equalizers.
Yeah.
They man down. Doesn't matter. It's the German Super Cup against Stuttgart, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. And they fucking do it again. And of course it's Schick again. And of course they win on penalties. Because that is just apparently what Leverkusen do now.
I didn't,
silly
I forgot
stuff.
that Bayern came third, which is incredible.
So did I.
Yeah, until I was like, why is Stuttgart playing? They didn't win the cup. Then I'm like, oh my god.
That's why I had to catch myself when I said Stuttgart right now, because I almost said Bayern.
Yeah, it's Stuttgart.
And their solution to that was hiring Vincent Kompany, so we'll see how that goes.
They won their first game
they did.
in the cup, I think, or whatever they're playing. Whatever they were playing. Anyways, they won. Yeah.
I will reserve my judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
No
other
comments?
managers are not.
No.
Other managers are not getting off to very good starts because Antonio Conte's Napoli got slapped 3-0 by Verona. I want to say
Hellas Verona.
Hellas Verona. And I mean, no one is in more Hellas than Conte right now.
As soon as I saw that result, I
he's been holding on to that. Uzi's been holding on to that one since he saw the game. Yeah, I just love that Conte is back. He can now fully express himself in his native tongue. Like the translations from his press conference. Like his press conferences are gonna be fire to watch. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how he's still getting top jobs, honestly, at this point. But
I mean, he still wants Lukaku. It hasn't happened yet. I hope it does happen.
Yeah, because you want Osimhen. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but also I'm sure Lukaku wants to go and play. He's training with I'm assuming the under 23 squad at the moment, right?
Lukaku?
Yeah, with us. So he's gonna want to leave. Get out of there.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The last thing I saw was Lukaku, Casadei, and like some money for Osimhen. Is that still what's through? It's like it very much sounds like
FIFA.
They were on the phone and Chelsea are just going, we'll give you. And sorry, Conte's going, I want Lukaku, and Chelsea's like, and Napoli were like, sure, this Casadei kid, he's Italian, right? He'll fit in. And they're like, oh fuck, they want some money, I guess. What else are you going to throw in there?
Now he's probably asking, you know where Victor Moses is? I need him back.
Where's Victor Moses?
Yeah, where is Victor
Victor Moses? That's a good question. Where in the world is Victor Moses? Yeah.
Is he still playing?
He's got to still be playing.
Probably in Turkey somewhere. Let me see.
Yeah,
that's always where they are. They're always in Turkey.
Oh, okay. Hey, if we're doing today or this
Spartak Moscow.
He is in Russia. Okay.
Yeah. He's still there.
That's interesting.
That is interesting that he'd be playing there. Yeah. Okay. Olivier Giroud made his debut for the LAFC.
LAFC.
Yeah,
he looks so good in black and gold.
Oh,
my God.
Very good.
My God.
Yeah.
Oh, my days. Let's take a moment and just reconsider everything.
And I forgot that.
Do not let Mosquera anywhere near him. Keep Mosquera away from that man. He won't be able to resist.
If anything, just for Uzi to keep his composure. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like
the scenes.
I forgot that Hugo Lloris as their keeper as well. So we have that connection there. So debut for Giroud in the MLS that happened this week.
All the stars in LA.
Did he score?
He did not.
He came on a sub for like.
It's got to be the first Premier League or European transfer over and not score. Like, did he start or was he off the bench?
I'm sorry. I saw Lampard and Gerrard in the MLS. There were plenty of guys who didn't score.
Yeah,
striker.
I think Shaqiri scored in his
striker. I meant like strikers.
Striker. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess they're not all slow.
What else happened? Oh, the championship has been on an absolute tear so far. They're 2 weeks into the season, and you might remember Luton goalkeeper Thomas Kaminski because he started for them in the Premier League last season. He did what every self-respecting goalie should do when he got himself sent off against Portsmouth by cleaning out one guy, realizing he was going to get a red, and immediately cleaning out the second guy. Yeah. This is what I want to see from goalies. If you're going to get a red, make it worth the money.
You can only get one red card in a game, right? So, yeah, why not? Make it as most violent or as crazy as you can.
I want to see someone go through every single member of the opposite team. I want people to be setting high scores. You clean one out, you're just like, fuck it, keep going. Play to the fucking whistle. See how many of the fuckers you can get. Yeah.
Felt like a very grassroots kind of challenge. That's what I expect from my goalkeeper. Not a top professional. It's good to see the commitment's the same across the board.
Game's not gone. That's what it's see right
he's still. I think he's still eligible to play for Poland, Kaminski. So
we looked this up before the game.
He's Belgian.
Name. Yeah, he's Belgian. Yeah.
No, but he's eligible for both nations. So we might be seeing him. Okay. Yeah, we might be seeing him.
Tony, we have 100 good goalies.
They're all old.
He's not getting.
They're all old.
No. He's not getting in. No.
I'm holding out hope. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
Other news in the championship. Derby, despite getting outshot by Middlesbrough 20-3, managed to beat them off a mishit back pass. Fantastic stuff. If you look at the shot map for this game, it's the kind of game that if you were a Middlesbrough fan would have you chucking your TV out the window. Just absolutely infuriating stuff. Sunderland managed to win 4-0 this weekend while starting an entire midfield with an average age of 19, which is absurd. They are one of the few teams with 2 wins in the back-to-back in the championship. Another team with 2 wins, recently relegated Burnley, who benefited of... I believe their opening goal this weekend was scored because a goalie forgot how to control a ball and let it slip under his foot. I am telling you, ladies and gentlemen, the championship is really the best.
Don't forget.
It's so much fun.
Wayne Rooney got a point. He finally got a point.
Wayne Rooney got a point. Is he? He's in League One, isn't he?
Championship.
Is he in League One or he's in the championship?
Is he not?
Oh,
He's with Plymouth,
thought-
no? Or who's he with?
I don't. Yeah, he is with Plymouth. I thought
Yeah.
they were League
They
One.
got
No.
trashed their first game. They
They did.
4-0. That's
They
what
got
I saw,
slapped. They got slapped up by
Slapped, yeah.
Sheffield
Yeah.
Wednesday. So
Okay. Good on you, Wayne Rooney.
no, not good on you, Wayne. Stop this.
Yeah,
Stop.
good on
this.
you, Wayne.
No,
I'll
stop
repeat.
this.
Good on you, Wayne.
Stop
Get yourself that
ruining
point.
clubs. Stop. Stop applying for jobs, man.
He's gonna keep getting the job, man. That's just how it is.
Nah, he's a bad coach. He's a bad.
He is not a good manager, but
Yeah.
good on you, Wayne. And lastly, we go over to Peru, where a man in the Peruvian Cup, I believe, was sent off for pissing on the side of the pitch while another player was getting treated with an injury, which is one of the funnier red cards I've seen. And I will say, this man took care to go off the pitch
Nice.
and face away from any fans. There was an
Okay.
empty sort of like construction kind of hut thing. Face that way. And just had a little piss on the side. Who hasn't had to
Hey, sometimes you just gotta go.
go?
I mean,
sometimes you just gotta go.
I'm looking at that video. It almost looks like there are no stands anywhere. It just looks like there's a pitch in the middle of like a residential area. Is what it looks like. He just had to go in someone's backyard almost. It seems like, yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, you know, red card. First time I've ever seen that. That's a new one for me. Yeah, never seen that before.
He didn't go far enough off the pitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
He need to keep going. Yeah.
Well, but then if you leave the pitch without permission, you're getting booked anyway. So
You're not sent
True,
off.
Yeah.
You don't get sent off. You can't be pissing on the pitch, man, or off the pitch.
he wasn't
Sorry.
pissing on the pitch. He was
Sorry.
pissing
Off
to the
pitch.
side.
Yeah. But
I will back this Peruvian man. He's done nothing wrong.
again, not out of place in grassroots football. Thus the passionate defense.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I enjoyed the camera work because there was a player who was down getting treatment in the box as they were getting ready for this corner or whatever, and you just see all the players just turn and look to the side, possibly because they heard the splattering of piss on the grass, and you just see everyone just go, "What the hell? What's he doing?" And you just see the cameraman just slowly turn over and zoom in on this guy.
Can you imagine just being the player to call out another player? Hey, ref, he's pissing. Go get him. Give him a card. You can't.
You
I
say
couldn't
this.
do that.
You would absolutely, if this was happening in a game
No,
against you,
I
you
wouldn't-
would
I couldn't
100%
do that.
put yourself in his shoes against Limestone. A Limestone player is pissing on the side. You will be like, ref,
Yeah.
send him off.
We don't talk about that here. No. No mention.
Tommy
Just
doesn't
say,
want them
I-
mentioned on the pod. No,
I could
no
not-
airtime for those guys.
I could not call out another player for just relieving himself. I just couldn't bring myself down to that. But hey, Peruvian football is different. It's a different style out there.
I don't really know how to close off from there, but
I was gonna
Almost.
mention we forgot some. It's a bit of a down note to end on, but we didn't mention the Danilo injury, which sucked on the
yes, in the Forest Bournemouth draw, Danilo broke his ankle.
broke his
I
leg.
believe-
He broke his leg, broke his
something.
ankle. Like
Everything,
yeah. If no one has seen it, you're gonna look it up. It's not an easy watch. I am giving you
Yeah,
that warning.
definitely.
before.
Just don't watch it.
Definitely, viewers' discretion is advised.
Yeah.
It's awful news, but I don't know. Just hope the recovery can go as smoothly as possible
Yeah.
at this point. Awful. It's like 15 minutes
Like,
into
that's
the
the
new
worst.
season too.
You start your Premier League season and that happens right at the start of the game. I can't think of that's just terrible.
It's always a bit, those freakish ones where no one's really around you. It's the landing, right? That just did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a weird one. Hey, so before we sign off, Leicester Tottenham today. Predictions.
Oh yes, I forgot about that. Tony, fuck it. Let's start with you.
3 now. 3-1. Well, yeah. They have Jamie Vardy. He might score, even in his old age.
Jamie Vardy is at this point mostly just vodka and Skittles.
What was he before?
Get the Red Bull.
Yeah.
When you said 3-1, and you're like, I was actually wondering who. You seem pretty obvious as going one way or the other.
Spurs.
Okay.
Mavididi is a pretty good forward as well. Arsenal connection. I'll give him. Yeah, I think Leicester can score. They'll get slapped.
Yeah.
It's boring, but I think Spurs are going to win as well. I'll say 3-2. I think it'll be interesting. I still don't think Spurs can
If it's
defend very well.
3-2, questions need to be asked of Ange at this point. A win's a win.
People are going to be asking. People are going to asking questions anyway. Tell me what you got.
2-0 Spurs. I do think Spurs will win this one as well. Yeah.
Clean sheet is a
Dominic
blow.
Solanke can get me some fantasy points. I'll be happy.
I forgot he was there. Yeah. Okay.
It's only been a week, Tony. You can't forget already.
I don't think about Spurs that much. You'd be
Yeah.
shocked to know. Yeah.
I don't think he's going to
I
score.
feel that is surprising. I think you do think about them more than you let on.
Okay.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at 44Took. The TikTok is also now up and running at 44TookPod.
Nice.
Subscribe wherever you get. I managed to find the password.
Yep. Yeah.
Take control of it.
And create
Someone
a new
else.
account.
Did you
No.
create a new account? I don't think you did.
Oh, no. I probably did.
I did create a
You
new
did, yeah.
account. I just
Oh,
had to get
okay.
in and
Oh, you
delete
deleted the old one. Yes. Okay.
it. It was on the wrong email.
It
address.
was. I remember this
Letting me change
conversation now. Yes. Lessons learned. Do not leave Tommy in charge.
Lessons learned. Don't let Tommy create. Don't let Tommy create the social media accounts. But yeah, follow us all. Follow us on all the things. 5-star ratings on stuff. Do it all. Be nice to us. Be nice to Tommy. He needs it.
Yeah, it's going to be...
that a
each
run?
week is going to be really tough this season. Yeah, it's going to be no respite, I don't think, yeah.
Yep. Well, it's a long one ahead of us. Thank you for joining me, Tommy.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you for joining me, Tony.
Good stuff, boys. Enjoyed the chat, as always.
Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.